Hey you guys, it's ISiXxI again. We're going to go through another really quick commentary. This time it's going to be domination on Rammaza, and let's get started. Now for Rammaza, I typically like to go up the bridge and into rugs. That way I can maintain control from rugs to keep them off the bridge, while also looking over to roof to see whether or not I see anybody, provide communication, as well as provide cover where necessary. The whole time listening for any movement coming up market stairs to prepare myself. In a moment, you're going to see me chase an enemy back onto the bridge, primarily just because I want to make sure he's not going to shoot down onto B, because we don't have much coverage there. Once I notice it's safe, I push back into rugs and hear somebody coming up market stairs. After taking out this enemy, I see somebody go into the bathroom, and then I also hear somebody on market stairs. So I go back down the bridge, making sure I don't get shot from the roof, and then take out the guy from rugs. After taking out the guy in rugs, I get a call out that we are now spawning at A, and I notice that we're behind by 2 players. So, given the positioning of people on the minimap, I believe that they're going to be all over the roof and all over gun shop, so I push over to provide support on that side to keep the roof clear. At this point, one of the most important things is for me to stay alive, primarily because the entire center is wide open. We have very little support here at the moment until people start pushing up, and I want to make sure that we maintain control over this upper center section so that way we can watch B. In a second here, I'm going to pick up a corner and camp it out and listen for all the movements below and next to me. After clearing out the roof, I expected the back ruins to be clear because of the way the spawns are situated. However, I was a little too overzealous and jumped out too early and died for that mistake. Now, once I respawn, I notice that we're taking B, so I call in a chopper gunner to try and provide very pinpoint accurate support, as well as trying to clear what I can and provide as many callouts as I can while we try and stabilize the spawn.
Back off at Alpha. That's a kill.
While this chopper gunner was super useful, unfortunately my body position where I left my body back at A was not ideal. However, because of our spawning situation, spawning here at A, I wasn't terribly worried about leaving it there. So once I respawn in, I call in my VTOL and start pushing to regain control of the roof. Now in a second, due to some of the flying particles around the screen, I thought somebody was on the bridge. However, there wasn't anybody. Either way, I pushed back up onto the bridge to maintain that rugs bridge roof overlook that I was maintaining earlier, and try and help maintain control over the center again. While I'm standing here, I get a call out that somebody's been taken out on B, and I hear footsteps and soap, but they never push B. After hearing those footsteps, I start to push more towards construction side, waiting for a C push, when I notice that one of our friendly teammates spawns on construction side, which means that they're spawning on the gun shop side or ruin side. As I'm positioned to watch the roof, I hear the B is being taken from the guy most likely who's camping soap, so I push down and grab him real quick. After taking him out, I start moving back up to bridge to provide my overwatch. I notice that 2 random teammates have pushed into C a little too strong and have started to take it. Now, I go back to my normal rug spot and notice that the 2 friendly teammates that were over at C have been taken out by enemies at gun shop. So to maintain some sort of standard spawn, I push this enemy at A to try and hold the A spawn. After taking out that enemy, the most important thing I can do is defend A the best I can and wait for the spawns to stabilize. While there are some friendly blue teammates coming back to assist and keep control of A, we are still being pushed, and I have gotten communication that there are some enemies in Cafe, so I'm going to maintain my position around A to try and keep hold of that spawn while also trying to avoid the VTOL.
Friendly UAV online. Enemy at the cafe.
After staying back for some time, the enemy finally starts to push forward, and I take care of defending the point.
Cluster strike ready.
Once the point's been cleared, I notice that 2 friendly players spawn in, so I call in a cluster to try and provide some coverage on top of the roof and push back up to my rugs, bridge, and market to clear B. Given that we have the A spawn in this particular push, I'm watching for a C push, so I'm being sure to move my body around quite a bit while I listen for anybody pushing into construction, while also providing the coverage that B needs for us to try and take it back again.
Taking Bravo. Back.
It's times like these where having a really good headset is really important. Listen. Without a good headset, you may not have been able to hear him come up and hit that top landing, and you may not have been able to hear these upcoming kills. After hearing this guy and taking him out, I also hear somebody below. Once I take him out, I hear somebody up above again. After clearing this many people out of construction, I'm not as concerned about inside construction as I am about a C push, so I push back up onto the construction roof to watch the back staircase. While I'm watching the back staircase, I get a bunch of callouts that they are pushing B, so instead of letting my VTOL do the work, I call in a chopper gunner as well to try and provide more clear callouts and also to try and pick off specific individuals that are pushing onto B.
Good kill. Good kill. Confirmed. This is standard, we need to review. I wish you luck.
Even though we're getting closely into the game, I hear that A is being taken, so I start making the rotation when I get picked off by the VTOL. As I spawn in, I hear that we're taking A again, so I push for some support. After clearing a couple of enemies off of it, the end of the game is near, so I just go ahead and get a couple of kills here and there.
Hostiles are taking Alpha.
Alright guys, so that's some gameplay and commentary on Rammaza. Hopefully you found something useful in this video. Either way, as usual, I'll see you guys online.